Hello, welcome back. So now in this part, we will see how to design the brick masonry wall foundation. So first we will see how brick masonry wall foundation look like. So it look like something like this. So this is the brick wall and the lower part is the foundation. So here also you can see this is the spreaded form. This wall foundation is also known as strip masonry footing. So I have written here. So sometimes we don't use PCC when the bearing capacity of the soil is good, but when bearing capacity of soil is not good, in that case we use foundation bed also. Generally in normal practice we use foundation bed uh, which is of PCC, and the same criteria will also follow here. The depth of foundation from the ground, it should not be less than 500 mm. So the same criteria we have followed in the brick pillar foundation will be followed here also. So the depth should not be less than 500 mm. And this wall foundation, as I said, it is also known as strip foundation. And this wall foundation, it generally carry the UDL. So as the foundation, I'm sorry, as the wall is having a particular length, so it carries load in terms of UDL. So along the length, it carries the load, which we can consider as the UDL. So therefore, in this case, this load it will be W kilonewton per meter. So whenever we calculate the load, it will be load per meter length. And therefore, generally what we do is we design the wall foundation for a unit meter length. So because load is UDL, so therefore we generally design the foundation for unit length, and this unit length can be 1 meter. Now, what does it means? It means one of the dimension of the foundation will already known to us, which is the unit length. The other dimension which we are required to calculate is this dimension, which is called the width of foundation, which is called the width of foundation. So that is the basic change we generally follow in case of wall foundation design. In case of pillar design, we have to calculate both the both the dimension, but in case of wall foundation, one of the dimension is already known, the other dimension is to be calculated. So as I said, design steps for the design of wall foundation is same as that of brick pillar foundation, with the following exceptions. There are some exceptions in the design procedure. So first exception is when we calculate the self weight of footing, which means W3. When we calculate the value of W3, in case of pillar foundation, we used to take 20% of W1 plus W2, but in case of wall foundation design, we consider this as 10% of W1 plus W2. So that is the one change that is there in the design process. The second change is uh, wall foundation is designed for 1 meter length of wall instead of the size of footing. So here size of footing, if we consider as L by B, so here L will always be known, which is unit meter length or 1 meter length. So here we are required to find out only the B value. So I have discussed this in the previous slide also. So that is the second exception in this process. Other steps are same. So now we will take the problem to design the wall foundation. So in this, it says design and sketch the footing for one brick thick wall having 3 meter height. So the height of wall is 3 meter and the thickness of wall is equivalent to one brick. And it is carrying a UDL of 20 kilonewton per meter. And we have to use conventional brick in this case. And safe bearing capacity of the soil is 10 ton per meter square. Density of the soil is 7 kilonewton per meter square per meter cube, and angle of repose is 30 degree, and PCC grade is 1:4:8. So here one brick thick means, because we are using conventional brick, so size of conventional brick will be 230 by 115 by 75 mm. So in this case, the length of brick is 230. So 230 is basically one brick. So the thickness of wall will be 230 mm, and the height of wall is 3 meter, and load is 20 kilonewton meter, which it is going to support, and the safe bearing capacity is 10 ton. So again, we have to convert this into kilonewton per meter square. So this will become 100 kilonewton per meter square. So the conversion I have shown you in the previous part will be followed here also. Similarly, the density of the soil is 17 kilonewton per meter cube, and angle of repose is 30 degrees. So all the values are here. So now we will use the first step, in which we have to calculate the minimum depth of foundation, and the depth of foundation can be calculated by this formula. So in this, we know the value of QC, which is so safe bearing capacity, lambda density of the soil, phi angle of repose. So we know all the values, and I have written here. So putting all the values, we get the value of depth as 0.65 meter or 650 mm. And this value also, you can see this value is also greater than 500. So therefore depth calculated is okay. So here also I have written this value is okay. So now moving to the next step, in which we are required to find out design load for foundation, and design load consists of W1, W2, W3. So in the calculation of design load, we will consider unit length, because the load will be calculated as UDL. So for 1 meter length of wall, the superimposed load wall is carrying is 20 kilonewton. It is given in the question as 20 kilonewton per meter. So because we are considering for 1 meter length, the load is 20 kilonewton. And the W2 is the self weight of wall. Well, we can calculate the self weight of wall as volume of wall multiplied by the density of brick masonry. So volume of wall is area of cross section of wall multiplied by the length of, sorry, the height of wall. So I have written here area of cross section of wall, which means the wall will be something look like this, and this will be the thickness, which is 230 mm, and this will be the length, unit length, which is 1 meter, and this will be the height, which is already given in the question. I think it is 3 meter. So also density of brickwork is not given, so we are assuming this value as 19 kilonewton per meter cube. I have told you that when the density of brickwork is not given, the value lies between 18 to 20 kilonewton per meter cube. So we can adopt the value in between this. So height of wall is 3 meter, and thickness of wall is, sorry, it should be 0.23. It should be 0.23 because we are using conventional bricks. So it will be 0.23 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 19. So calculating this, we get the load W2 as 13.11. Similarly, we can calculate the self weight of footing W3, which will be 10% of W1 plus W2. So calculating this value, we get the value of W3 as 3.31 kilonewton. Now the design load will be the sum of W1 plus W2 plus W3. Putting all the values, we get the design load as 36.42 kilonewton. So that is the load coming on the wall foundation. Now moving to the next step, in this we will calculate the size of footing by calculation and by stability criteria. So first we will calculate by calculation. So in this, area of footing will be given by this formula. Design load is calculated already in the previous step, which is 36.42. SBC is given in the question, which is 100, and this becomes 0.36 meter square. Now, as the area of footing for unit length will be L by B, and here L will be 1 meter. So 1 into B will be equals to area of footing calculated. So ultimately B will become 0.36 meter. So here the value of B becomes 0.36 meter or 360 mm. Now this is how we calculate size by calculation. Now we will see how to calculate size by stability criteria. So here also the side of footing will be given by this relation x plus 2b plus x. Now here b is the thickness of wall, which is 230, and here first we have to adopt or assume the value of x. And as I said, the value of x can be taken from 100 to 150. So this time, say we will adopt the value of x as 100 mm, and putting all the values here, we have the value of b as 230, which is the thickness of wall, and adding all the values, we get the width of foundation as 660 mm. So say this is the wall foundation, and this is the foundation of the footing. So that becomes b, and that is the length we already know, which is 1 meter. So we have now calculated the value of b as 660, and as you can see, this b value is again higher than the value of b calculated by in the size by calculation. So again we will adopt the size of footing as 660. Sorry, it should not be 660 by 60. It should only be 660 mm, because the other dimension is 1 meter, because we are designing for uh, 1 meter length. So it will not be 660 by 660. It will be only 660 mm by 660 mm by 1000 mm, because we are designing for unit length. So the other dimension will be 1000 mm. And in the step 4, we will calculate the net upward pressure, and net upward pressure can be calculated by this relation W1 and W2. We already know size of footing adopted 1000 by 660. So we can convert that into meter, and ultimately we get the value of P as 50.17 kilonewton per meter square. So thickness of foundation is the next step. So in this, we can calculate this with the relation. We know the value of x as 100 mm square, and P as the 50.17. MR can be find from the table. So we know the PCC grade is 1:4:8. So for 1:4:8, the value of MR will be 0.352. And calculating this, we get the value of D as 78.90 mm. And we will round off this value to the higher side, say 80 mm. So that completes the calculation part of this design problem. The next step is to draw the sketch. So the sketch of the footing can be like this. So foundation looks like this, and in the plan it will look like this. So this is the dimension 660, and these are the 2 brick step, these are 1.5 brick step, and this one is 1 brick thick. And in the section also, you can see the section is cut at the x-axis. So that completes our design problem. So we will continue our discussion in the next part, in the next lecture. Thank you.